Hi, and welcome to Candid Low Code. Candid Low Code is a vidcast series that we're doing here at Mendix to talk about the things that our customers and our employees are most interested about today. My name is John Scalamaro, and I am the manager of architecture and governance at Mendix. And today I am joined by Oz Yilmazer, who's the customer service director at Mendix, and Miro, who is the integration architect at Trane Technologies. So hi guys, how are you guys doing today?
Great, how are you?
Not too bad. Thank you so much, Miro, for joining us. We're really happy to have you here.
Well, I'm also happy to be here because outside it's raining and thunder.
Geez.
It's better to be this cold than outside.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to start with Oz. Oz, you've been a customer success manager and a customer success director for quite a long time. And what are some of the things that you find our customers run into as challenges as they try to start and grow their Mendix practices?
Yeah, that's a great question, John. I think here at Mendix, we constantly talk about our 4Ps, which are the platform, people, process, and portfolio. And specifically, when you're trying to grow and scale with Mendix, the people aspect of who you're training, the types of individuals that you're training, the process that you create, be it a center of excellence, and how you're going to govern Mendix within your organization, I'd say are the top key things that really matter as you grow your Mendix practice.
Yeah, that makes sense because one of the things that we seem to find is that our most successful customers tend to be ones that are open to people and process changes and create processes or put in place processes that enable them to be successful. And Miro, I'm really glad you're here. You've actually gone through that journey as a customer. Can you talk a little bit about what the processes for your team were like before you had low code and before you had the Mendix platform, and how that evolved and how that changed?
Right. So about 3 years ago, we became a Mendix customer, and Mendix suggested this three-phase evolution of Mendix adoption: start, structure, and scale.
Mm-hmm.
And so as we became the customer, we started our first couple of applications. And on one of the meetings, when Oz came to Davidson, North Carolina, that's the headquarters for Trane Technologies, and we had that lovely discussion about where we are with our Mendix journey. And Oz said, "Have you built your first application?" We said, "We did. Congratulations, you're out of start." Well, that was easy. What's next? And next, you just repeat it 20 times. And that's where the fun part begins, right? So in order for us to move to adopt Mendix at the enterprise and move through those 20 extra applications which we want to build with Mendix so that we understand how to use the technology, we just need to figure out where to get those resources and where to find those projects. That is when I started thinking about the Center of Excellence. We realized that an adoption like that and the process of moving through the structure phase will require some governance, and this is what a Center of Excellence. My boss said, "Miroslav, it will not be just a Center of Excellence; it will be federated Center of Excellence." Right? And I'm happy that my boss hadn't seen my face because it was over the phone. And I thought, okay, let me write it down: federated Center of Excellence. I had an idea probably about the Center of Excellence because prior to Mendix, I was an Oracle e-Business Suite consultant, and any Oracle Business Suite implementation definitely has a PMO office and some kind of Center of Excellence. There were other less successful examples where I was looking around for Center of Excellence for any technology and I said, "Oh, there is no one way to establish one," and an architect would say, "Oh, we already have a Center of Excellence."
So I want to touch on something that you said earlier, and that is you talked about where you were going to get those next 20 applications and where those were going to come from. Did you build a process to facilitate, or how did you find those next things to build? Where did that come from?
I went to Gartner, and on Gartner there is a wonderful article about setting up Cloud Center of Excellence. That article helped me understand how to set up a federated Center of Excellence for Mendix. when we decided to build a federated center of excellence, we started to spread the word around the company, saying that we will be building a federated center of excellence. And well, I knew nothing better, and to my defense, nobody else did. Because we were getting questions like, Center of Excellence, does that mean that all our Mendix projects will have to go through you? And we said, no. Oh, excellent. So you guys will be supporting our Mendix applications? And we said, no. You build, you support. Then okay, so that's then what's your value proposition? And that's where processes come into the place. We said that a Center of Excellence is responsible for, okay, that's my Center of Excellence. It is responsible for standards, communication, architecture, and governance. Mm-hmm. Once you have those 4 processes in place, you can actually move through your structure journey. The first thing we did, we looked at our standards, because that was the easiest way. We looked at the first Mendix applications, we understood how we build them, we defined the standards. The second piece was communication. Surprisingly enough, it was an easy to set up. We established a weekly 30-minute call where we bring all Mendix practitioners around the company, where we share whatever we learned over the week. Right? So there is always a person to present. When we started this journey, we were done with the first 3 projects. We were almost out of work, right? There was nothing coming in. And so that's when we realized that a Center of Excellence needs an opportunity manager, right? A person who walks through the company, listens to various opportunities where our business units or corporate IT wants to build an application, bring that as an opportunity to the Center of Excellence so that we can evaluate whether Mendix is a good fit. We started the old way, kind of, we said, why don't we paint a decision tree? If then. And eventually we decided to ditch that idea. Not working, right? And we said, you just bring us your ideas and we will tell you how Mendix can help. If you have an idea for a wonderful application, Mendix may not be your 100% friend, but we can probably address 80% of your application, and the other 20 we will complement with other technologies.
So can I say that kind of a different way? So to echo that back, it sounds like having an opportunity manager is an important thing. Having a sort of automated decision tree or trying to find a way to structuralize, is it a fit or not, is not a good idea.
And I'd like to add that when we talked about the people and process aspect, so another way of promoting Mendix within, what Trane Technologies did really well is they included what we call the citizen developers. So they promoted it by including citizen developers to be excited by and to be able to build or start building applications on their own as well.
Thank you, Az, about that topic, right? And we learned that citizen development is a side effect of having a federated center of excellence. We have professional IT developers spread throughout the company. They build their own applications, and we like the Center of Excellence communicate with them through this weekly call. We share our ideas, we share standards, we share. From that standpoint, citizen developers, they are not much different than professional developers. They need a little bit more hand-holding, but from process standpoint, it's just yet another development team.
So would it be fair to say then that your approach really helped to create a safe or a less risky decentralization that was really working, so the people who had ideas could actually deliver on those ideas and bring those ideas out and get value out of those? Is that fair?
You're absolutely correct. Right? Mendix platform is well suited for citizen development. And now, had we had a centralized center of excellence which owns the Mendix developers, then bringing innovation from business would have been a separate process. Separate process requires time and money. We need to sell it to our CIO. by virtue of setting a federated center of excellence, we don't have to spend that extra effort to bring business analysts who have that great idea to implement Mendix. It just comes naturally.
That's where seeing how different customers work, we have seen environments where they have what you're talking about, more of a controlled environment. That controlled environment or controlled center of excellence creates a lot of process and hinders that type of innovation that only comes from people who truly know and understand their business.
Okay, so one of the 4 pillars of a center of excellence is governance. A good government is the one which you remember twice a year, right? When you vote and when you pay taxes. We put the same thing about our federated center of excellence. The only time when you have to work with center of excellence is when you procure a license node, right? So we negotiated with Mendix that the only person who can request a license node is the head of a center of excellence, right? Minimum governance, which on the other side gives you a visibility about everything which is happening in the company in Mendix or in Mendix space. Simple but exceptionally robust.
Yep. Okay, so we're out of time, but I wanna close with one last question. Get your 2 pieces of feedback, and then we'll wrap it up. So we've focused a lot on process. We've talked a little bit about the changes and what works well and what doesn't work well. But I'd kind of like to touch on one small thing, and that's people, because I think that people matter a lot right now. I mean, they should in general, but I think this current situation has really brought to the fore how much people are a key part of our organizations. And Miro, maybe I'm putting words in your mouth, but it sounds like the solution you created was very respectful of the different people. Whether you are a very technical developer person, your skills were respected and included and valued, or whether or not you were a citizen developer or a less technical person, your skills and capabilities and innovations were valued as well. And it sounds like your federated center of excellence and your governance models were created in such a way to respect both those people and bring them together. Is that fair?
It is very right? So the person in charge of center of excellence, whether he likes it or not, has to lead those vehicle code, which helps work on spoken communication and speaking in front of large audience. Citizen development let our business analysts work on their passion if they want to build software, right? So this way we let our people develop themselves in the areas which they want, where their passion is. It was a very rewarding journey to set up a federated COE and see how people grow with that center of excellence.
Well, and it sounds like, contrary to some people's opinions and some other products in the market, this wasn't a, hey, now you don't need developers moment. This was a, hey, now everybody can participate moment. Is that true?
It is very true. And it's what, as I mentioned, when we realized that we need an opportunity manager, and we started working through the process with business analysts who wanted to build on their own, we had a surge of requests to build applications. Right? So people just came to see us that we want to build this, we want to build that. So the innovation coming from business to center of excellence, it was enormous.
Good. Oz, are there any parts of that you want to touch on before we wrap up?
No, I just want to say that, they, Trane Technologies, really worked with Mendix. We worked together on helping create these best practices. And I think there's a lot of change management involved here. And, they're a model customer when it comes to what Miro started off with, our start, structure, and scale journey.
Awesome. Well, Miro, Oz, thank you again so much for joining me today on Candid Low Code. For those of you watching, if you have any ideas of where you'd like us to go next or topics you'd like us to touch on, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like more Candid Low Code content, please go to video.mendix.com or our YouTube channel. If you have ideas for new Candid Low Code videos, please let us know in the comments below.